Hi there, Internet. My name's Court, and you've got courtside seats for my review of Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. Let's do it. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle is an action-adventure comedy from director Jake Kasdan and Columbia Pictures. The film is a sequel to 1995's Jumanji and stars Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, Karen Gillan, Bobby Cannavale, Nick Jonas, Alex Wolff, Blain, Madison, Iseman, Morgan Turner, and Flight of the Conchords' own Rhys, Darby. 4 teenagers discover an old video game console and are literally drawn into the game's jungle setting, becoming the adult avatars they chose. I didn't go into this movie with any kind of crazy expectations, but I gotta say, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. But let's break it down, shall we? The acting in this film is great. Everybody's good. Everybody's at the very least serviceable. The teenagers don't have a whole lot of screen time, so it's kind of hard for me to say, but they're all serviceable. And I gotta say, the main kid who plays Spencer, the actor is Alex Wolff. He was just recently in My Friend Dahmer, which you can see my review of up here if you like. He continues to be really good. He's a likable dude, but I enjoyed all the kids. However, the adults have most of the screen time. Let's talk about that. So Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who doesn't like this guy? He's the avatar of Spencer, who in his actual life is this kind of nerdy hypochondriac who's afraid to talk to girls. And it's really funny seeing, The Rock, this fine specimen of humanity, playing that role. As always, his comic timing is spot on, and he's great in the movie. Kevin Hart has an ability to annoy me sometimes. Not at all in this movie. I loved him all the way through. He was fantastic. Jack Black plays the avatar of this sort of self-obsessed teenage Instagram girl, the hot girl from school, and Jack Black plays it beautifully. I will say this is mostly a family-friendly film, but there are a couple of jokes courtesy of Jack Black, which I thought worked really, really nicely. Now, Karen Gillan plays Martha.
Why did you say that name?
I'm really coming to love Karen Gillan. She was my favorite thing about Guardians 2. She was really good in Oculus from a few years ago, a horror movie from a couple years ago. And aside from Tom Hanks, because who's gonna beat Tom Hanks, she was the only good thing about The Circle, which I hated. Of the 4 leads in this film, she does the best job of mimicking her teenage counterpart. She gets her voice patterns and everything just down perfectly. She was great. And the whole cast, the whole 4 mains, and then Nick Jonas comes into it later, they all have really good chemistry together. I will say the villain played by Bobby Cannavale, he was just lame. He was boring, he was forgettable. Kind of reminded me of the villain whose name escapes me for the same reason, from the Ghostbusters remake from last year. Just dull. There was nothing memorable about this character. I don't think the movie even needed the villain. I think just the jungle and the predicament that they were in could have functioned as a good enough antagonist for the film. I will say at the beginning, the 4 main characters, the teenagers who go into this video game, they're all completely unlikable. But once they get into the game and, they have their character arcs and they change, I really came to enjoy all of them. The film is also very funny. Some jokes don't land, particularly towards the beginning, and maybe that's just because I wasn't liking the characters, but as it goes on, once they get into the jungle, I was laughing my head off throughout most of the film. The action is good, it's fun, and it has a lot of heart, which is weird because Kevin is just a wee fellow. There's even a bit of romance in there, which could have easily been schmaltzy, and somehow it wasn't. It worked really nicely. Going into this movie, I was thinking 2 hours. It's an hour and 59 minutes. I was like, that seems a little bit much for this kind of a movie. It's paced so well, those 2 hours fly by. The CGI in this film is mostly really good. There's a lot of CGI, a lot of animal CGI. It's not quite to the level of, say, The Jungle Book, but most of the CGI is really good, particularly when it comes to the animals, the creatures. But there is one moment with Karen Gillan's character where she's doing a thing and it's clear she's totally CGI and it looks just dodgy. It looks like a video game. Maybe that was the point. I don't know. Also, the score by Henry Jackman, it didn't do much for me. It sounded very much like a score I know from something else, which I couldn't quite place, but it just, I don't know, didn't land for me. All in all, though, I thought Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle was a really entertaining film, a heck of a lot better than I was expecting going in, and it's a really good time in the theater. Now, I don't have a proprietary rating system as of yet, so I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to give Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, and I think I'm going to give Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle a...
You know where you are? You're in the jungle, baby! You're gonna die in the jungle! Welcome to the jungle! You bring me to your
out of 10. So now I want to know, have you seen Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle? What did you think about it? What's your favorite action comedy of the year? Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this review, please smash that like button and give it a share if you really enjoyed it. And hey, why not take a second, do me a favor, click subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, all that good stuff. You can do so by clicking the Courtshake logo at the bottom right of your screen. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Happy holidays. Take care.